everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another video. This is my summerween vlog. Is it currently the 5th or the 6th? What is it? It's the 6th. So yeah, I have one day left of summerween technically. But like, I've just not been feeling the best. I've said in previous videos, but I did actually, well, okay, here's the thing. The prompts for summerween this year are, I'll put the thing up there. Read a book in the dark or at night, read a thriller or horror book, read a new to me author, read a book with pink on the cover, and read a book that is less than 250 pages. And I don't think they all have to be horror thriller books. They can be like any genre apart from obviously the horror or thriller one. I think so. I think you can also double up. That's why I done like when I done it in Winterween. I was aiming to read like 2 or 3 books for summerween. I may like let it go a little bit over. I'm not too sure, but I technically have completed a prompt because on the first day it started like Saturday morning, which would have been the 4th, and like Friday night as well. Actually, I did finish The Castle of Stories by Matt Cain at like the early hours, so it was night time, it was dark out. I don't have any footage from that to be compliant, but that's the truth, so I'm clicking that one off ready. That was on a previous vlog, reading that book. And then yesterday I did start reading, but I hadn't like filmed anything because I hadn't filmed my 2 updates that I need to do for previous voice. I started Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. It's less than 250 pages and it is a horror book, so it would have fulfilled 2 prompts. And I got to page like 55, I think, or 65. And I don't know what to do. I love the look of this. I love it. I think the like styling is incredible. It's made to look like a IKEA catalog, obviously, but inside it's like it's a novel, and each chapter starts with like the description of sort of like a piece of furniture, and I think they're going to get a bit more weird as it goes along, but it's following these 3 sort of like main co-workers at a store called Orsk in Ohio, is it, or Milwaukee, is it? Apparently it's in Cleveland, Ohio. I didn't really know. I don't know that. It's going on for quite a few like weeks or months or something. They're coming into the store and like things are broken, or like the escalator's not working. There's like weird stains on sofas and stuff, and it was like, oh, it's just like the dirty customers, or then maybe someone's like breaking in, or like what's going on here. And then the main character kind of is Amy, who is like quite like not the best financially, and she doesn't really care about her work. And then there's also, I think it's like Judy something. I can't, honestly, in my brain I can't really think straight. Ruth Allen is another one, and her and Amy were asked by the like deputy store manager Basil, who's like all very like, I love Orsk is everything, like believe in your work ethic, it needs to be like on it. And then later on is like these 2 other characters, Trinity and Mark or something, that we sort of got to know a bit before, but they're in the store as well, and they're sort of like doing a ghost hunt. Like sorry, I haven't spoiled anything, but like we just sort of like learn that. And yeah, and then they're sort of like there overnight trying to work out what's going on. That's what I've got up to. But I don't know if I want to continue, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I just don't really care. I don't care for the characters. I find them quite irritating, quite annoying. Just sort of like, I think maybe a little bit it's like to do with like these are different people that think different things about like your work and like your job, and are they different things, and sort of like stuff like that. And sort of like the capitalist sort of like factory system of employment and things like that. I don't know. I mean, maybe a little bit like talking about stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know, because I like the sort of like gimmicky essence of it, about like the furniture and stuff, but the actual story I'm not really caring for. I think it's just designed so well. And I love the bit here, like, which is the thing is like a traditional haunted house story in a thoroughly contemporary setting. Horror Store is designed to retain its luster and natural appearance for a lifetime of use, pleasingly proportioned with generous French flaps and a soft cover binding. Horror Store delivers the psychological terror you need in an elegant package you deserve. Like, it's just like designed to like talk about sort of like furniture and stuff. But yeah, we haven't really got to the spooky bits yet. I think I may give it like another like 20 pages, but if I'm not really feeling it, I'm just gonna DNF it, because I don't know if I really care to finish it. I think if I do finish it, I mean, if I do DNF it, I'm gonna keep it, because this was quite expensive. It's like it's a nice copy, and I just love how it looks. But I don't know. I just don't know if I care. But if I don't read that, I have actually downloaded the audiobook from my library for The Book Eaters by Sonia Dean. Let me quickly get it. So yeah, I got this I think last year. Yeah, definitely last year, because all of the books that I plan to read for this are on my horror bingo, which I set out like last October, I think. And I haven't really done very well on it, because I just don't really read horror. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like if I'm gonna like a horror, it has to be a very specific and not really just sort of like gross, like constant death or gore or whatever. Like, it needs to be sort of like quite psychological, or have like a literary sort of element, or a bit more of a meaning to it. But anyway, The Book Eaters, I got this really beautiful edition. It's the Evernight Illumicrate one or something from Vinted. Yeah, it's like a different dust jacket. Does it have anything on the naked hardcover? Oh yeah, it does. There you go. It's like really pretty and really nice spread. And it's a signed one. Cute. But yeah, I think I may start this, or I'll see how else I do with Horror Store. But if I do read this, then this would be only, I think, new to me. Yeah, it's like just under 300 pages. I've never read Sonia Dean before, so it's so new to me, and it's a horror book. I think it's like a horror thriller fantasy sort of thing. It's about this like family across England and Scotland, and they're like this old like book eaters, and they eat books to like sustain themselves and sort of like learn things, I think. But then the main character, Devon, her second child, is a mind eater, and he has to like consume people's minds instead of books to survive. Yeah, so it's like her, I think, trying to protect him and stuff. But yeah, it doesn't have pink on the cover. Does that sort of count? Not really. But if I do read another book, I don't really know. This video is kind of messy, but I do have 4 other options that I was thinking of that I might pick up. Chuck Tingle's Bury Your Gaze. There's clearly pink on it. This is very unlikely under 250 pages. No, it's like 300 something. Our Wives Under the Sea, which is a kind of pink, like a peachy pink. I'd say it's still pink. I think this is just under, it's like 230. By Julia Armfield, which is an option. And it also, if I don't know, for something else, this one is, they might actually both be under 250, I don't know. But Women Eaten by Claire Cowder, or Hide by Kirsten White. There's some other options. I do have other ones on my horror bingo like options, but I don't know if I'm gonna. I was gonna read Bunny because that is very pink, and I've never read Mona Awad, but I don't know where it is. So yeah, but anyway, that's a little update for Summerween. It's quite messy. I just only have like today and tomorrow left to read the books for it, but we shall see how the video goes along. I'm a bit like push back my time for like different commitments, different things going on and stuff, so there's that. But yeah, I'm really excited for bookies. I think it's gonna be really fun, and like I love the feel of this like paper. Like it feels like paper, but like it's different to like other hardcovers that are like soft, like shiny. Anyway, update you soon. Hey, so I actually did go back to Horror Store. I am like, I think just over halfway through on page 127, and I have decided to DNF it. Yeah, I stuck through a lot more than I was actually intending to in that last sort of like little reading sesh, about like another like 60-something pages. But I just don't care. Like, I honestly just don't care. It does not bring me joy to pick it up. The characters are just dull, annoying, just irritating me. They're like one note. There's not really much going on. Like, I'm just not invested in them. I'm not really invested in the story. I'm like, maybe it might be interesting, it might be fun as like a film or something like that. But like, it's not really worth my time doing it. I already spent money on it, so I'm not going to get that money back anyway, even if I do finish it. The story is like 2 stars. The gimmickiness is about like another maybe 0.5 stars on top of that. Very middle of the road, not really that interesting. The characters coming off of like from this to that is like complete whiplash. Like really, like these so fleshed out, so real, so much to them. Like, no, it's not just like black and white. There's like so much more within these characters. But with this, it's just like, oh, Amy struggling financially, doesn't really care about a job, there you go. Basil loves his job, work is everything, you need to do all this, part of the corporate whatever. Him. Matt is like conspiracy theories things. Trinity's like, oh, everything's like supernatural, like, oh, I just like love everyone, like whatever. And Ruth Allen is, I don't know what her name is, don't care. It's just like, oh, I just like doing my job and just living my life. Like, give me more, like, I just don't care, I honestly don't care. And yeah, so DNF in that. And I'm gonna have my orange ice lolly, start the book eaters. I've got the audiobook, which I'll put on, and I'll start reading physically. And I shall update you when I read some more. Am I gonna count this as some of the prompts? Maybe. I feel like I probably can, because I did get over halfway and did read. I did invest quite a lot of time. So if I am, then that's a check off for horror thriller, and check for under 250 pages. It originally is as well, but also by only reading up to like 128, I fulfilled that. But he's not new to me, and there's no pink on the cover. Sonia Dean is new to me, but it's not pink on the cover, so we'll have to try and figure that out. I was thinking to use this, so that's why I quickly looked at it again, but no pink on, a beautiful gradient, but no pink. Anyways, see you in like...
From this vantage point, she couldn't see what books were there, but it didn't matter. All of those books were forbidden.
It's queer. Slay. Hey. God, it is boiling. What did I did read some of more of the book eaters. Got to page 120 up to act 2. Well, I'm gonna start act 3. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. However, I don't know why and what possessed me. I went back to Horror Store and I just finished it now. It's like 2:30 a.m. It's currently the 8th now, is it? Yeah, it's the 8th now. So Summerween has finished, but I'm going to continue reading this and maybe another book. We shall see. Don't know why I went back to it. I just did not like this book, honestly. 2 stars, maybe. Probably give you full details tomorrow. But like, I watched Meg Reed's like Wintering when she read it like a couple of years ago, and the little clip
halfway mark to the 3/4 mark was like a 5-star section. It was intense horror. It was so good. The way the story kind of shifted all of a sudden, and it got really dark and it got really dramatic and it got really over the top, and I loved it.
And I was like, oh, like it's gonna get like a bit more interesting, but like it honestly didn't. Like it was just kind of slow. Like it was the kind of book that just felt like he was coming up with the plot and like how things fit together, or not really that well, as he was writing it. Like obviously, like when you're writing a book like a swing, but usually you plot something beforehand, know this chapter will go like this, but it just felt just like it was just constantly like one thing another thing, and just like nothing really rounding up that well. It was very, very unenjoyable, very irritating characters, not well done in my opinion at all. Honestly, the only good thing is the look of it, and sort of like the start page with like the little map and this sort of like thing like that about the store, and like a returns thing, and that's basically it. And then these sort of like front bits, but like really there's not much else in it. It could have leaned far heavier into this sort of like haunted IKEA thing, and like there is the haunted thing as the book goes along, but then it's just like it's like they get all flooded. I'm just like, what is going on? There's no like resolutions. It's just like, what, like, yeah, retail corporate hideout, like cover-ups and capitalism, just working people to death and stuff. Like that's the real horror. Okay, like I don't know, didn't like it, honestly. I think 2-star rating is maybe a little bit generous with like 1.75, 1.5. I didn't even know. I did not like this book. I think it was kind of trash. Definitely my worst Grady Hendrix. Yeah, I would not recommend this book, to be honest. Like, I just don't think it's worth it. Like, it's a gimmick, and for what? You're not really getting anything out of it. I might still keep it because I do like how it looks. Materialistic. But yeah, I think I'm done with this book now. I don't really want to say any more about it. I will give you my thoughts on this tomorrow when I've read some more, though. But yeah, let's just say 1.75 is on the stack. I've completed those prompts. I'm kind of tired. I don't feel too good. It's like so like boiling hot. Like I constantly need like this fan on, but like it's kind of loud. It's nice. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow, which will be like something. Hey, so I actually realised Summerween finishes on the 9th of July, not the 7th, so I have 2 more days. It's currently the 8th. And I thought I was going to go out for a little walk, probably just like to the park or something, because it is really hot. I don't know actually how long I'll be out, but I don't really want to bring the book eaters because it's hardback and a bit big, and yeah, I just don't really feel like bringing that. So I'm going to bring my next book to read, Our Eyes Under the Sea by Julia Armfield, and this is for the pink prompt because it's like a salmony pink border. I think it fits, it does. It's quite short. I've also got the audio book from Libby. That's like 6 hours, so I've try and get through a lot today. I may also go out tomorrow, and so I'll bring it with me then, but to do like a tandem read like I'm doing with book eaters. But yeah, so that's the next book. Also, I haven't said at all, this is hosted by Gabby Reads, by the way, which if you're in the booktube community, you probably know Summerween is hosted by Gabby. I love Gabby's videos. I'm definitely going to link her in the description, so make sure to go check her out. And thank you for like organising this event. So yeah, I am going to go now because it's hot. So I got to like the 33% mark. Really enjoying this. It's very strange, but it's kind of like, I don't know, odd but enjoyable. But it is so freaking boiling. Yeah, I should find some shade. But my earbuds have run out of battery anyway, so I'm gonna go for a little walk in the like woody area, and then maybe read some more. I'm not too sure. I'll see. I might just go back because I've actually eaten today and I didn't feel too good. Seeing as there's not too many people about, so the book is like two POV, dual POV. One is Miri, who is like most of the kind of the more the main character. That's like more from her POV anyway. Sorry about the like the work or whatever that's going behind me. There's no people here, so that's more important. And she is like telling the story like the present time, and then there's also like the backtrack of like how she met her wife and like other things from her life, like her friend Carmen and stuff. And then the other POV is Laura. Is it Laura? I think so, or Lara, something like that. I've just been reading it. What is wrong with me? And she is the wife of Miri, and her perspective is more from the past, because like she was meant to have gone on a 3-week mission, but she ended up being like getting disappeared in like a submarine at the bottom of the ocean for 6 months with like her 2 other like crewmates. And then there's also some of her backstory as well in her sections. But in like the present day with Miri, like weird things are sort of happening. She's like quite distant, like her wife and stuff, and it's just sort of like, what's going on? Like she doesn't have a wife anymore. It's just kind of sad, but also nice to like learn about, you know. Anyway, people are coming, so yeah. Hey, so it is a long time after I was meant to finish my Summerween videos. I did actually finish them both, I think, like on the 11th. So just like 2 days after the official ending of Summerween. But I haven't been feeling the best. I think I have sort of like a summer flu or cold or something, or just been like very stressed about like future plans in life and sort of like what I'm trying to figure out what to do and stuff. And I've also reread all 5 volumes of Heartstopper and this winter, and started another video which is going to be coming out like I think after my Heartstopper one. As I was reading a bit for that and some other things and stuff, so I haven't been able to film and I haven't been feeling like I've been wanting to. But let's get these over with and wrap this video up. So I did complete all the prompts. I think like if I also have the thing up there, then it's done. But yeah, the first one I finished I think in the morning of the 11th, and then I finished the Book Eaters later on. I was in the Sea by Julia Armfield. I'm giving this 4 stars. Did I tell you the plot? I hope so. Yeah, I think like a bit in the park about like Leah and Miri and like its dual time frame, like the before and after. And Leah was like down in this sort of like mission thing at the bottom of the ocean, and then they lose all contact, and then she comes back and she starts acting weird and things are happening and stuff. And yeah, and I think like the bigger horror and the greater horror, apart from the actual like body horror and sort of like things that was going on, is the idea of the sort of like anticipatory, if I said that right, grief of losing your loved one. And it just like hits, I think. And I think sometimes what I do a lot in my brain is that I like to like compare and contrast, like bring in different thoughts and feelings about other books and stuff. And one that I read last year, if I can get it out easily, The Midnight Club by Christopher Pike. I already knew before reading this that it's not really horror, it's more like the horror is that these children are like young adults are dying so young. I think like from reading that I was able to really appreciate that Armfield was trying to like show that the body horror wasn't the horror, it was more the psychological and like mental like turmoil of losing your partner before they're actually gone. So yeah, there's a little match, I don't know, my brain. Yeah, I think I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. It was good. It was like well written. I think maybe a little bit like rushed a little bit at the end. I kind of maybe wanted a little bit of answers of like what really was going on down in the bottom of the ocean and sort of what happened and stuff, because like this big eye and stuff. Which I thought was quite interesting. It's just like it was playing on my mind a lot, is that there's this constant TV from the upstairs neighbours, and I was thinking like maybe that's just sort of like the only constant thing from the pre and post Leah going missing life of theirs together. But also like a lot of themes of sort of like leaking and like the sound leaking and other like leaking and things. That's a bit like interesting just to sort of think about. It would be a very, very good like book club book, or like one to dissect and sort of like, you know, write an essay on, which would be fun. But yeah, I gave that 4 stars. I so recommend it. What prompt did I read it for? Pink on the cover. Yeah, pink on the cover. And then Sonia Dean's The Book Eaters I read for new author to me. I think was that the only one? I'm not too sure. But I read them one night, and like these I think can, well, this is more a fantasy. This I guess is sort of like a psychological horror, maybe, I don't know what am I talking about. The Book Eaters by Sonia Dean, I really, really enjoy it. Here is 4.25 stars. I think it really does a great job of showing the like lengths a mother goes to protect her children, and also just like the like misogyny and sexism prevalent in like the world like where she lives and stuff, and how like the women of these book eater species are only allowed to eat like fairy tales and sort of like nice things and stuff, but they're not allowed to learn, and they also can't like write, and like the, yeah, it's really interesting. It's a really interesting book. And how like her son Kai is like a mind eater, and she's just trying so desperately to protect him, but like things he needs to consume are like literal people, and it's like the heavy weight that has on her. But also like it's her son, so like what can she do? And yeah, yeah, it's really interesting. I really like the fact that she is sort of like quite sapphic character. There's also an asexual character in here, so great rep. And yeah, it's kind of sweet sometimes, quite gross as well, interesting. I really love the setting, like it's very atmospheric. It's sort of like dark, more sort of places and like places they go. Yeah, I think a little bit maybe the end was slightly rushed, and I would have loved an epilogue to know sort of what happens after where the book ends. But overall it's really good. I did like take a picture of a lot of like quotes and things and stuff in here. Yeah, it's really, really like nicely written. But yeah, and then also one final thing. Oh yeah, I gave that 4.25 stars. Did I say that? Probably. My brain's not working. This, I really love that, like, it's a deeply queer book, but it's not about being queer or lesbian. It's just these two, like, this sapphic marriage, and this horrible things happen to them, and that's just sort of like where it goes, which I was really like refreshing and good to see. I've read some more books like that where like the characters are queer, but that's not like the main thing about the book. It's not the thing driving it, it's other things. But that was really good. So yeah, overall for Summerween, technically I included this because I read it in the dark, but like I don't really need to include it anymore because I read all of them at the dark all night, so it's not really a book for Summerween. But I read 3, 1.75, 4 and 4.25. Would not recommend, just a gimmick, not really that good. Would recommend both of these. And I'd love to read more by both authors. And yeah, I really love this. This is so pretty. I think I said before, I love how like it feels like papery and not like. Can I find a hardback easily? Not really. But it's not like shiny, it's like paper. ASMR book. So yeah, that's the wrap up of Summerween. I really enjoyed it. Definitely going to try and take part next year in Winterween and Summerween. Also, like the rest of my horror bingo books, I don't know if I've like, I want to still get to them, but I don't know if I will. I maybe like try and do another video before this year's cohort of horror bingo books ends in end of September, ready for October. I think that's when the new one will come through, the new prompts, but we'll just see. We'll see. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and have a nice morning, even night, wherever you are in the world. Bye.